Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. How you doing? Thank you for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
Power. Don't forget, 3 commissioner of police has been changed since Mohbad's death. CP Omowummi, commissioner of police of Lagos State, the number 1 police was changed. Second one, Papariano was changed. This is the third one, Jimo Moshood. We don't know how far he's willing to go. Papariano. This is the case of the state against the system.
Yeah. Are we all looking at this fact that even if anybody, the whole populace that are dragging women is dragging as simple as a governor. Let me just a governor. If we all are dragging a governor like this, that governor would have resigned or something would have happened to him. Don't you believe so? The way we are talking about women, everybody is dragging women on TikTok today. If we are all dragging one governor, that governor will don't resign. But this girl or anything feel on scratched. I would lie to you. She feels scratched. You know, I don't know the kind of. I don't know.
When she feels there, do you think it's because she knows she's innocent or because she thinks
that is where we are divided. Let us look at it this way. Let us divide it and look at it. It is either she is innocent. And someone feel relaxed. Or the other side, that she ain't got to do Desha, go to Ritamo. Or another side, I won't go Irumi Joe, Onilo Ewa Labi Omi fun. Which means if I have people behind me, I can do whatever I like. Then we can be divided into other 3 parts of it.
Okay, Bra, wait. Before you go further, hold on, please. We want to go back to Monday. Please, no vex now. Mohbad tried reaching Mohbad maybe 3 or 4 times on Monday. Mohbad was sleeping. And at some point on Monday, they said, Emma Jekari Oku or whatever, right? That was on Monday at Papariano or Tuesday. It was on Monday. So, at what point did Mohbad stop calling Mohbad? Did she stop calling Mohbad because she eventually spoke to Mohbad? Or she went to that house on Monday? If you're calling somebody later, and your son, and somebody is telling you, as a parent, as a mother, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep calling to hear from your son? Are you going to just sit down in your house and say, oh, my, all right? Or, what would you do?
To buttress your point, I also look at this part that there is 2 things or there are similar things that happened at that initial stage of this case. The first interview Baba made, he reflected that he had a dream. The first interview Mohbad made, she reflected that she had an inspiration or a dream kind of, or an hallucination, kind of. These people could have known the truth and wanted to hide behind a plausible deniability. That I don't know if I'm making sense though, but this thing is too deep. But there is similarity in that account both of them gave them. Don't you think so, Jagmulu?
I will still disagree with you on that. Now, you went to the Baba bit that Baba said. Baba was narrating the next, that was on Wednesday, I believe. Nibati Omoku, okay, let's say Baba added Ajasa. See, to make it look sweet and all of that. So, Mohbad too added Ajasa, Mulala, I'll put that, maybe I saw, maybe I hallucinated or whatever. I'm going to give her a slack on that. But I'm going back to, you were calling your son that was supposed to give you 5 million. You did not get through to that son. You continued calling. Wife eventually answered the phone and said, Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká sọkún ọmọ and that. So that Monday, what made you stop calling? Was it because you eventually nobody spoke to your child, or you picked up your bata, you went to that house that day. As a father, let me ask you, Pra, if you were put in that scenario, what would you do when you're calling your child? You can't get through to that child, and your daughter-in-law is telling you, what would you do? Tell me. Don't forget, when they talk about Mohbad on Tuesday, this man jumped on the boat straight up.
Sniper. This is the chain of events, and I stand to be corrected as I analyze it. And this is how the chain of events should have looked like in a sensible atmosphere. Right? Removing emotions, removing fear, removing the shock and all, removing all that in a sensible atmosphere. This is how it should look like, and this was what it looked like. We all know what transpired, but let me go to how it should look like. They called you as Baba. You've been calling. They call you, and that this thing is happening. Or you have an hint that something is happening. Like you said, someone called you before you enter boat and all. As a Baba that is close to his son, you pick up your phone. You call your son. You should have your account. Hold on.
Pick it. No. It is keep. Pick it from Monday to Monday. Then Monday was Tuesday was Baba. So pick it from Monday going to Tuesday.
The same analysis to
we're going to partial.
Please,
go partial. Chain of events. You say chain of events. So you have to go with the chain of events. Monday was before Tuesday.
All right, let me put it this way, right? Let me put it this way, right? Let's not be divided on that. The parents that are giving their accounts, the both father and the mother, should have called in case of Mohbad calling the wife, and in case of Baba muting that, let me get there and see. Both of them should have called in the first instance. So let us get that fact stated.
Now, moving on. Called now. What are you saying?
Did Yah call the son? The son. I'm talking about the son.
Yah was calling Papariano. Please elaborate. Whose phone was Yah calling?
Wife me.
Hold on first. Go to call the wife. My phone somewhere now. Papariano,
you are insinuating.
Hold on.
The mother called the son, then the wife, and then called the son again on afternoon, then the wife. Always son, then wife, son, then wife.
What if partiality judgment?
Partiality, got him money, more soul.
But that's why I asked Papariano. Papariano has corrected us now. I know you want to come first.
Okay, good. Yes, let us now assume. Let us now state it. Let us state it categorically now that the mother called the son, and the son was not picking. Maybe the phone was not going through. And then, in the rightful sense, she called the wife, and the wife was saying, "Mommy, I beg you, wasn't that the response?" Well, I cut them some slack from me saying this. They dreamt about, because all those things are still shrouded in darkness. Let us move on. You know those places. We can't finish analyzing it. We will always be seeing all these loopholes, all these small pinch loopholes that we can excavate and escalate and all.
People in the comment section said I should remind you to answer that question again. But let's skip it.
Which one?
Question. When I said,
which question?
If you are the father, the parents, and you're calling your child, what would you do? Would you go or you continue calling? Now, what would you do?
I would go, of course. Now, I called and I wasn't getting response. And that is why, that was why I jumped to the father, because it is stated that the father was not even, he didn't even say I was calling my son in his account. I listened to him many times. Me, I'm a father, and I have children too. So I look at how I can do to my children. So I put myself in it, and I have a father too, and I expect that my father to do such thing to me too. So I'm getting it from that end.
Bro, who has done the right thing? The Mohbad that aired on Monday that couldn't get through his child, through his son. She didn't go on Monday, but she went on Tuesday evening. And Baba that aired in the evening and jumped on the boat to go and see his son to our hospital. Who has done the right thing? Who tell us show
Do you know if you want to be liberal? Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you want to be liberal, yeah. Someone who has said Monday and came back and it's a Monday moment, you know, I've said this. Will you take them because they've said that one they cannot change their mouth when they are not out? Do you want to say what they've said in the first instance? We keep saying that and don't reckon with what they are saying now.
Wait, hold on.
I'm trying to look at your. You said what?
Has she changed that it wasn't Monday she caused? That it was Tuesday
she changed recently now. Papariano. She changed in one light that she was there. So Monday yeah. I heard that.
Wait, hold on. Let's get that. Papariano. Papariano, has she debunked calling Mohbad or Mohbad?
You mean Mohbad mother?
Yes.
No. Mohbad mother, I think only debunked that she heard of the death of Mohbad on Tuesday, something like that. Not, she has not debunked the fact that she called me on Monday.
So which means
not calling. I'm talking about.
Hold on, bro. You want to mix it all up. Now that's why I said you are being partial now. Now you're trying to change. You're trying to twist it now. So let's be. Oh, wait. Am I going? Let's be factual now. Did the Mohbad say she called on Monday and she retracted that and said no, it was on Tuesday. I called. I made the mistake that it was Monday. What did she say? I want to get that straight.
I'm not talking about the call though. What I'm looking at the whole generality of.
Jagomolo, look at what they have been. Those interviewing the woman, right? They will say, "Mommy, our company Monday let's pay Ipa Oku Mohbad." So fún wọn ṣe Monday lẹ́gbàá àbí Tuesday. You must say Tuesday ni o. So you understand?
Jagomolo, you see all these things there.
Not that she's telling the story and it's all corresponding.
So Rob be proud of very question. Oh, yeah, what about prepare question here? Oh, I said the way tí ó ṣe máa nice.
Tí máa tó bá gbé kan nu wọn sí kalẹ̀ tí máa gbà mú pẹ̀lú question because ọ̀rọ̀ question wọn náà láti máa mú ọ̀rọ̀ jáde. It's not like you prepare question for anybody. Let them talk. Allow them speak their mind. And then you listen. You could be a good listener. You will remove from what they are saying. You remove question. Don't premeditate anybody. Go with an open mind. Just be open-minded. Expect them to say something that you expect. Be a magnet. Try to hold things. Listen. But what they do most is that they go there with premeditated questions. Or they have prepped this person. Like, okay, I will ask you this. And that person is already trying to... And know how you can concoct lies. Although, Tejalaba Solodo, Toto.
But, let me ask you another question here, why do you think that this interview they've all been going to, including Baba and Omowummi, why are they focused on DNA and properties more than the pie of Mohbad? Why?
And that was why I came up. I get your question. That was why I came up. You see, Papariano was making all those analyses, and those analyses were making much sense, and it was in tandem with everything I've said in the past, that these people are working together. Because if you remove Prime Boy, you scatter these case. Because that is the original starting point. Even if...
All right, let me take over a little bit so that we can ginger the house again, and then question can be arised. Now, or arose, whatever. Now, you see, I'm very interested in this side of the citizen, where this is the Jebami. Okay, the Jebami was asked a question that before the incident that happened between Mohbad and Prime Boy, are you aware of any issue between Prime Boy and the deceased? And then he answered. He said, this is DJ Bami Mohbad DJ. He said, I just know that Prime Boy is a very playful person that doesn't respect Mohbad when they are outside. Mohbad always warned him to call him Mohbad. when they are outside, and he can call him promise when they are inside. Are you sure it's not Wunmi that is coaching this Ibami? Because Wunmi said the same thing. Now, so the lawyer asks, so there was no issue. The Ibami, no, there was no issue. The questioner, that the lawyer, do you have an idea what led to this fight? The Ibami, no idea. Because the Ibami also claimed that there is a fight. No idea. Now question, did he call him promise at this particular show? The Ibami, I don't know. I was not there when the fight happened. Lawyer, when you guys got home after the injury was sustained at the show, who administered first aid on Mohbad? Spirit cleaning, it was me. It was the next day I did that. That night, nobody administered anything. It was that night I went to get spirit and Panadol for the pain. And when I got home, he was already asleep. And it was the next day that I cleaned the wound for him. Let's stop there.
Papariano, if it was the next day that she cleaned the wound, which is now...
Who want to be an analyst on YouTube? If I go live on YouTube, not today, but maybe any of these days, like I'll be analyzing, but I won't need much people because YouTube you can't bring much guests. So who can do that very well? I guess, you guys should be able to, right?
Papariano, count me in. I don't want to disclose who I am, though, or it's line with my profession.
Where the sniper is out. Okay, the sniper is out. I thought he was selling. So anyway,
my profession.
So
what I was saying is that if somebody is saying I cleaned his wound in Wunmi saying that I cleaned Mohbad.
This is the Jabami. You see, they got home 2 a.m. that night, and that same night he went
on Monday.
That's Monday early morning, 2 a.m. That same night, he didn't even relax. He himself didn't even sleep. He went to buy spirit and cotton wool. You know, for someone to go buy spirit and cotton wool, there have to be enough bleeding. Let's be frank here.
2 a.m.
They were trying to stop something. There was a bleeding that they were trying to stop. If
2 a.m.
actually that happened, exactly.
2
Then 2 a.m. in the morning, he said he went to buy that spirit and cotton wool, right? So, and when he came back, Mohbad has slept on the bed sheet like that. Could that have been the blood that stained the bed sheet? And then in the morning, Mohbad woke up. He eventually cleaned the wound.
But with this whole thing, Papariano, when did they call that nurse? That is the key to unlock those questions you're asking.
Yes, according to now, spending is giving us spending is let's work with spending. Spending said, spending. I don't understand that guy. I don't understand that guy. I need Papariano. I need to speak one-on-one to spending. Spending may be telling the truth, and for people not to catch it, or people don't know how to ask him questions. They respect these guys. When most of those hosts, when they bring these guys, they respect them, they pamper them, and they spoil them. This is what you see what Westo did to Spending, how they become very important. Now he's working by himself. Well, now nobody's taking money, because that was how they were stealing money from the public. Telling him they want to protect his own, let us contribute money for protection, money for bodyguard, money for this. No. Papariano, what are you doing? You are sitting down there. Oh gosh.
Now
they are working by themselves. Why are you guys no longer? You have to contribute money for them to speak. Mohbad that they love, they have to be contributed money for. So because money wasn't contributed, some of them will not
be what lifestyle said.
Well, anyway, please, I don't want to divert. Please, I don't. I'm coming. Okay, I'm still on the blood. Okay, that night. Okay. So now on this issue of spending, we are curious about what time spending called. According to spending, he left that home about 11 a.m. Okay, by 11 a.m. And according to him, he said they called him, they told him that they needed a nurse. And he sent the number of the nurse. But according to the police said when spending notice Mohbad's hand, okay, and said that you have to go to hospital. You have to go to the hospital. That was when spending insists that Mohbad must go to the hospital and volunteer to call his own nurse. Spending saw something that made him call his nurse. But in the narration of spending right now, it is looking like spending was not in the house. What was happening in that house that everybody's claiming I was not there? Lifestyle, I was not there. Darusha, I was not there. Spending, I left. Everybody don't want to be.
Papariano, let me ask you a question as if this is spending, as if you are spending. Let me ask you a question. Spending, you have ascertained that Mohbad and Prime Boy had a little misunderstanding around, correct? Do you think...
Jabami or spending? Who are you asking?
I'm asking spending now.
All right.
Spending was at the party and he ascertained that he saw Mohbad and Prime Boy had scuffle, right? Mm-hmm. Am I on the right now?
That makes sense.
I will now ask Pending that scuffle that they had, do you think Prime Boy used something diabolical? Because that was the first impression everybody had. Do you think Prime Boy used something diabolical to touch Mohbad, or do you think that was just a normal fight and Mohbad died at home and probably which was from the nurse that you called?
Now, that's a very good question. That's a very, very good question. And you know, me myself, because I'm not just focused on Mohbad died at home. Because if you go by the story Mohbad died at home, the only person you will hold responsible is the nurse. Because if you are listening to what they are saying, if you say you believe that Mohbad died at home, who told you that Mohbad died at home? Wumi, right? It means you believe Wumi. If you believe Wumi, the same Wumi also told you that a nurse came to treat Mohbad. Why are you being cherry picking? You see, people are in trouble. All right? That's why I said that we have to push for investigation into suspicious areas. And I've been asking, people have been talking about Obama Kenjen. Could Mohbad have been punched truly by Prime Boy in such a way that he was affected? Did he got home? And did he even got home consciously? All of these questions are there to be asked. To answer. Okay, as I said, I see nothing in a haste of declaring Prime Boy innocent, Naramali Samilari. I see this for me is a very wrong move. And again, by the way, what charges was sent to the DPP that the DPP had to decide upon? It was a charge of bullying and assault. So it's like they're in a haste to quickly, it seems like they are working towards a particular solution, towards the nose. They have made you guys believe everything happened in the house. Now they only have to make you believe that it's the nurse. After you have done your autopsy, everything, at the last, they will bring the nurse, and the nurse will say, I met him alive. I met his my
Papariano, can I say something? Papariano, can I say something?
You can't open anymore.
Now, you see, let us all open our head. This is what is playing, Papariano. If you charge Prime Boy, or you think, let me just start it this way. Prime Boy is the source. Let us agree. Anything, even from the no story and all, Prime Boy is still the source. Now, let us put it like this. If you now remove Prime Boy, that is the source, because you want to, it means because you want to protect Naramali and Samilari, which if Prime Boy is not removed, it can be another sub-origin, and you, Samilari and Naira Marley, might be the origin of this whole thing.
You got it. That's why
complicated.
That's why they have to quickly remove Prime Boy,
Boy,
and Naira Marley. Because
this is now the problem they have.
You see, exactly. Why not increase spending? Spending on, they are reducing the equation. They are simplifying. Spending will be free in the court. Spending will be free in the court. Nurse, I can bet anybody, nurse cannot get anything more than 2 to 5 years imprisonment. Because that's part of the plan. They would have agreed that, okay, carry all this course on you, say it was your injection, everything, don't worry, we will stand for you. We are the one that run this country. We will stand by you, okay? Let your scandals put down. They are fools, all right? They don't know how to think. They are crying. Just call it on you. When you get there, don't mind what they are saying. No. We have promised you, you're not going to serve more than 2 years or 3 years or maximum 5 years. All right? It was your injection. That's just what you should say. And that case closed. Michael Jackson, was killed by his doctor, right? The man served 2 years and was out. And if that Michael Jackson case too was deeply investigated, Michael Jackson has a lot of haters, a lot of white supremacists, a lot of people of high hierarchy who don't agree with Michael Jackson, who don't like him.
They don't like him.
Everything, and they could have used anybody. So look at the offense of that doctor for giving Michael Jackson overdose, a physician. Even though he's well qualified, they asked him during trial. They said, but you know that what you give to Michael Jackson is overdose. He said, but Michael Jackson wanted more. And they said, but you know better.
Can I ask you a question, Papariano?
And then he looked around like this.
Can I ask you a question, Papariano?
Why
not? In your own study of that case of Michael Jackson and the doctor, do you think the doctor was acting alone in that complicity?
I don't think that was a negligence. I will not think that Michael Jackson cannot force his physician what to give to him. Michael Jackson would have easily go get it by himself. His physician would not risk himself to do that.
Do you see similarities in this case?
Not for Michael Jackson was having a show in London, if you remember.
Yes, now.
He was having a very big show.
Do you see the similarities with this justice from Mohbad?
No,
they are saying Mohbad
Papariano, Michael Jackson influenced the doctor. You know?
That's do you have evidence? Do you have evidence?
No. Because the doctor, you understand, the doctor says, you understand, that he demanded for more. You know?
And they asked him in the court, they just said, but you should know better. And then he looked up like this, if you watch that video.
That is why I said, you understand, he influenced him, you understand, because that is the reason why...
I will not agree with the doctor, do you understand? You guys should think properly now. What if Michael Jackson didn't influence him? That is excuse.
Yes, it's a complete...
How would you know it's lying? How would you know?
Conspiracy, Papariano. Do you see the similarities?
They find way to escape. Look at how you know there's conspiracy. Look at the Mohbad case now. They all lie on Mohbad. They said, look at it. They said all of them, for you to know that they all conspired. I will not even believe because of this one statement only that I want to make right now. I swear, I will tell you there was conspiracy. For the police to say that they all of them that went to show Mohbad, they all told Mohbad to go to the hospital and Mohbad refused. What did they see in him? Is it minor court that made them tell Mohbad to go to the hospital? And why all of them insist that he must go to the hospital? Yeah, they are looking for way. They are looking for way to protect their lives. Something might have happened to Mohbad. Right from outside on the bridge or wherever before he came home. They just drive him home, keep him in the room and look for narrative. Believe me, these people need 24 hours to come out with something to say. Don't tell me it's exactly the same time that everything happened and they start planning things to say.
No. That is why they waited for a long time before they announced.
Part of the calls they make, that's where Zulu get to find out about that on Monday. Because some people told some people.
But to me, I might be wrong. I believe Zomo is part of this case.
I mean, Zoro, not Zomo. There's Zomo.
It's Zomo, the one...
Yeah, but there is Zoro also. There is, do you know Zoro?
No, I don't know that one.
Zoro is the one who said about that on Monday.